The Samsung Galaxy S2 4G is also known as the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic Touch 4G. We'd prefer the title the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic Touch 4G mobile smartphone device with Android by Google, but it won't fit on the sell sheet. The Galaxy S2 4G is a top-of-the-line smartphone. It runs Android 2.3 Gingerbread with Samsung's own TouchWiz interface sitting on top. We'll delve into TouchWiz and all that it entails later in this series. To begin with, we'll unbox the beast and take a hardware tour. The Galaxy S2 is a premium phone, so Samsung has put a lot more care into the unboxing experience than we'd see in other feature or even smartphones. Removing the box top, the first thing we see is the phone itself. Pulling that out and setting it aside for now, we can remove the cardboard insert. In this little package, we find the manuals and warranty information. Below that, we find the travel charger and a micro USB cable which we use to charge and sync the phone. We'll also find the battery. To remove the back cover, insert a fingernail into the ferrule at the top of the phone. Pull upward and remove the battery back cover. To insert the battery, line up the contacts on the battery with the contacts on the phone. Push the battery in and then down to seat. With the battery back cover removed, we can also see the microSD card slot. We can expand the 16 GB of internal memory with up to a 32 GB microSD card, making for up to 48 GB of storage. Replace the battery back by placing the bottom portion in first, and then sliding over the cover with your thumb to properly seat it. On the back, we can also see the 8-megapixel camera with LED flash immediately below. On the very bottom of the phone, we'll find the external speaker. On the bottom of the Galaxy S2, we'll find the micro USB port. With the battery inserted, we can begin charging the phone. With the travel charger plugged into an electrical outlet, insert the small end into the bottom of the phone. On the right-hand side of the Galaxy S2, we can press and hold the power button for a second to turn the phone on. On the front, we see the notification light glowing red to indicate that the phone's charging. To the left of that, we find the earpiece, and to the far left, the 2-megapixel front-facing camera, which we can use to take self-portraits or video chat. We can also see the colossal 4.5-inch Super AMOLED screen. Below that, we have 4 capacitive touch buttons for menu, home, back, and search. The AMOLED in Super AMOLED stands for Active Matrix Organic Light Emitting Diode. The Super refers to the fact that the touch sensors are integrated into the glass, eliminating a layer of glass and a layer of air. This makes for a more responsive and slightly thinner screen. The Active Matrix part of the alphabet soup means that each pixel on the screen is addressed individually, as opposed to in blocks. OLED, or Organic Light Emitting Diode, is the display technology itself. On the left-hand side of the phone, we find the volume rocker. This is context sensitive. From the home screen, it controls the ringer volume. On a call, it controls the earpiece, external speaker, or Bluetooth output volume. Playing a game or watching a video, it controls the media volume. On the top of the Samsung Galaxy S2 4G, we find the 3.5mm headphone jack that also supports inline microphone for hands-free calling, as well as inline media remote to control volume. One final note. You may be asking yourself why we're doing a Ting unboxing with a Sprint-branded phone. Ting uses the nationwide Sprint network to provide its network services, and that also means we need Sprint-approved handsets. Some will have Sprint's logo on them, others won't, so ignore the branding and know that Ting has your back if you ever need any help with the network or your phone. Be sure to watch the other episodes in this series where we'll get much more in-depth with the Samsung Galaxy S2 4G. Enjoy your new phone.